composition, and it is obnoxious to deal with. Ziggs is able to be left on his own on the bottom side. He takes the TP. You end up unlocking DOS then to play heavily around Certus in the mid lane, and because you're now getting presence in the mid lane as well, you can lean that into a Rift Tower. I'm not really sure there's much they can do about it. There's a big wave there. Now Marcoon's starting to walk out.
All right, Odo maybe the first one to arrive. Marcoon does get bopped and uses the scuttle crab to get a little bit of safety. Back up finally from Certus, and it's Exile that get first blood, punishing Marcoon. A hop, a skip, a jump over the wall, and Certus gets one back for SK. Interrupted on the retreat, and he's low on mana. Limit will be able to arrive to the fray as well, but not in time to save Peach. Certus will be forced to flash finally over the wall, being chased down by Odo, who hops and uses those boomerangs to get the hyper, and a 2-for-2.
Are in a way, so
He ended up, but didn't end up with a 2 kills secured. We're back into fighting. Irrelevant's going to use the slice and dice to get to safety. Marcoon's trying to help out as Odo Wami hops over the head of the crocodile. That's another kill secured for XL. Marcoon flashes forward to get another in reply. Odo's on the hunt. He's got 2 under his belt, and with blue and red buff on his champion, that will be an easy one to secure. 3 and Peach making their way towards the potential Rift Herald. SK just looking for opportunities. Marcoon, rather, more specifically, trying to find a target to jump onto.
Yeah, DOS has been spotted though by Limit, so they're well aware that SK are sitting in this brush.
Ooh, Marcoon Hex flashes over the wall. Limit and Peach step forward. That Glacial Prism will not lock anybody down. Keeper's Verdict sends only Limit away. Kill secured by XL. They managed to punish Marcoon. He commits backs and item completions. XL have got some additional combat value. And once again, Marcoon coming into this potential top lane. Hex flashes over the wall. The ultimate is available. Where does the Verdict get fired? Odo being run down, and we'll use that now by a couple extra seconds. Teleports committed from both sides. Peach now joins the fight. And will they be able to pick up Abba? No vision. I think they don't actually know he's there. Abba's going to step into the bush, and Marcoon gets shot in the face with that accelerated shock blast. Peach commits forward with the assault. Dredge line from DOS manages to buy some time. And with that prison going just a little wide, Marcoon survives. Irrelevant's TP in once again behind the teams. Mega Inferno Bomb tagging up Peach. Now it's Irrelevant fighting 2 as Peach is taken down by Certus. Looking to hop forward with that rocket jump. Abba's on 200, but they can't get the range. They can't get close enough. The bomb does it. Another for Certus. On himself a big damage boost, and DOS looking to Hex flash over the wall. Marcoon's got his own flash available, and the ultimate starts to wind up the Poppy Copter and doesn't fire it yet. Tower secured the moment it falls. Marcoon's over and stuns up Peach right into the wall. Another kill secured from Certus, and he's going to use that rocket jump, going all the way forward. The engage in the killer instinct, and Patrick will get the shot down, find himself the kill. DOS needs backup, DOS needs help. Exit kicks trying to use the satchel in. Keeper's Verdict will kick away Patrick for now, and a 3-on-1. Abadage fires back with a shock blast. Another flush over the wall. Exit kick gets another. Now the bouncing bomb goes over Patrick's head, and he's going to be able to shut down Exit kick. 7 kills to 10. Nearly 1,000 back into action. While that replay was running, XL did secure the second dragon of the game. A couple minutes away from the next one is Rift Herald available. SK looking to pick another fight. Looks like they've got control of the river and good poke damage from Abadage. Peach needs a little bit more time before his ultimate is available, as does Marcoon. SK committed, 5 members inside the pit. Odo's coming from the top lane, and it's looking to turn, looking to burn, and that's a dead Braum in the river. Prison will catch Irrelevant for now. He's jumping onto Patrick. The Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't really do a lot. It forces XL to split up. Dredgeline connects onto the mid laner, pop backwards with the satchel. Where's the damage follow-up? It takes time. They need the space. Bouncing Bomb will just force them back again. The Herald still stands, and ultimately, SK
moving over towards the dragon when SK weren't ready for it.
I mean, XL in there very early. Keeper's Verdict will kick 2 away. Back up from SK, slowly moving it. Peach has still got the smite available, and in the smite fight, it's picked up by SK. XL are locked behind the wall, and they get themselves a kill to boot. But that was close. The rest of SK committing onto the two members of XL. Depth charge thrown out. Odoamne pulled back. Meganar is primed and up. Here comes Patrick with the killer instinct, but it's too little. It's a little too late. Certus is now fighting himself. Two members of XL. The towers bring pressure, then the inhibitor in the bottom lane, and that's going to be a dead Certus, dead mid laner, at the cost of potentially this inhibitor. Recalls are now coming in, and SK will give up that mid laner for the objectives and for that bottom lane push.
And you're more than happy is that if you're up here, whereas XL are only just coming out of base to try and scramble for it. So try and see if they can pick up this tower, which looks like they might be able to do.
Satchel charge, I think, a little bit early. Peach still needs about 30 seconds for his ulti. One throws that down, tower finally taken. Limit by some time going golden, and Surges is incredibly low. Odoamne is not committed to the teleport. He's still pushing in that bottom lane. And the rest of SK now starting to back out. It doesn't have to be concerned about is this bottom lane. Those supers are going to be met by Odo. He's in Meganar now, a little bit tired. Going to be not that full power for the fight. Limit is the first target, and Relevance already joining from behind. But the damage is onto Marcoon. He's the first victim, followed up by Limit. Odo finally joins in, SK on retreat. Exit kick is low, and Certus is forced away. All of a sudden, there's a fight on two fronts. DOS will get run down by Odoamne, who's charging up that Meganar.
And SK, they're struggling.
And remember, if anybody is low enough for the execution, the engage power from Patrick is huge. Mega Inferno Bomb tags up at least Patrick. DOS buys some time. Irrelevant had a long-range TP. Flushes into the fight, trying to stay alive long enough. DOS's Dreadcloud won't find anything, and Odo gets a gigantic shield. His first kill of the fight will be Irrelevant. All of XL beaten and bruised.
So much of his damage, and then as well, Certus just can't get through this front line alone. The members are just too tanky.
Yes, indeed. And as Peach caught out, Ultimate is still on cooldown. A number of members trying to force him out. Finally, they find the kill. Still down two inhibitors. It's a 40 are alive, and they are nearby. Abadaga's starting to back. May need to use that teleport. Marcoon's caught out by a Brawl multi, forced to flash to safety. Patrick's killer instinct forward, and Limit trying to buy some time. Look at the burst damage onto Certus. Melee range with the guy said he gets punished for it. Bring the hammer down from Abadage. Two quick kills, and that might be game number one in the bag. SK are running for their lives. Exit kick, DOS and Irrelevant need to do something magical as the super minions are pouring into the base. Keep an eye on that poke damage. Keep an eye on those shock blasts. Irrelevant is pinned against the wall and taken out once again. Mega Inferno Bomb buys a couple of seconds of time, but it's two members against five. The minion towers are dropping. The towers are falling. And XL need a little bit more time. Without those minions in the base, the armor is boosted, of course, on that tower. So a couple seconds more. 8 for Marcoon. He's got the Keeper's Verdict. I don't think there's enough time. Nexus turret falls. The Nexus is...
Jax do his thing on side lanes, or can you look for those big quick engages and picks for Excel off of Ash Arrows, the...
Reckon the early game meta, if you want to say.
I think the one with the initiative in this early game is going to be the Poppy. I think she has some lanes she can play through. She can play for bot or top. And whatever she wants to do, she will try to make the magic happen. I think...
But let's see if you can at least get some gank going in this top side.
Odoamne is the first target once again. Held in place, knocked back and stunned as well. Irrelevant picks up a clean first blood. Away from the tower. That means Odo or Dragon, and Certus pushing onto the tower. Irrelevant, I don't think he knows there's so many members around. Gets caught with the dredge line. He's already sliced, he's looking for the dice, and he's taken out by Odoamne. But what is the cost here? Now, of course, the Dragon secured in the bottom lane. Certus Emperor's Divide, which will be huge. The four members of SK standing in front of him. Belt has been fired. Baron down to 6,000. Keeper's Verdict gets rid of Peach for now. Patrick tries to rocket jump to safety, and the Emperor's Divide sets the line once again. Certus manages to find the kill onto Abadage, but Patrick is able to escape for now. Marcoon looking to run him down. An exit kick holding off what looks like 3 members of XL. All of a sudden, Irrelevant is knocked back, and Patrick versus Marcoon and Certus. Keep your eyes on exit kick on the left as he's trying to find Limit, trying to find Odo, but they just don't have the speed for now. 1 kill for 2 in favor of SK. They Does he fancy himself a fight?
He's just hiding.
Buying time. Look at the rest of the squad. Emperor's Divide used fairly early. Slice over. Marcoon's nearby. Blast Cone will at least get Abba over the wall. The Hex Tech gates are used, but now it's all of a sudden irrelevant to Marcoon, facing down Peach and Abadage. No one else from XL is around. Abadage's got no ultimate available to him, no flash available to him. DOS is over the wall as well. The Blast Cone buys another little bit of time, but Abba is killed by SK. The tension is now turning onto Odoamne, who is run down. by the Bash duos of Certus and Irrelevant, and Limit is the next target. They managed to punish the hiding middle lane. It's 20 seconds for Odo, 13 seconds for Abadage. Patrick already forced to use that rocket jump to safety. Peach trying to buy time with the ulti, but he's being run down by multiple members of SK using that gate to get out of range. The shuriken's finally dropping him. Limit is up, Abadage is now coming forward. Inhibitor will fall, and SK have taken some poke damage. And Irrelevant is not exactly the most important target. Sand Soldiers fired forward, Dredgeline catches onto DOS. No flash for him, no ulti either. Certus re-engages, he's looking for the kill to Limit and will find it, but it is at the cost of Exekick's life. Now Certus looking for another one to Patrick, dashes forward, perfect execution is unavailable, goes golden, he gets the double! He pulls it off perfectly, executing XL inside their base. It's now Odo Wamne versus 4. Another inhibitor will fall, and Odo is so low, he needs to heal up. He cannot stand toe-to-toe with everybody on SK's side. SK will even out the series, make a statement, the composition, and they now turn their attention to the Nexus. Peach is back up, it'll take just a couple seconds, and with that verdict, we are going to game.
They know where Peach is. He's only going to be coming into the spot, so it's Marcoon's trying to get in ahead.
Limit's got no flash available to him. He's caught out by the Sejuani as well as the Nautilus. Marcoon again looking to jump onto Odo. Got that Hex Flash, immediately does so, and that's a stun connecting. Odo taken out by her. Started. Do SK fancy a challenge? Waiting for the rest of the members to come up. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is available for Patrick. Certus coming from behind, flanking with his team. Ash Arrow connects, the follow-up is good, and they turn away from the Herald. Great play from XL. They get the objective, they get the kill, and it lands in...
Because you can look at bot side. Exekick's like, oh no, DOS.
Ooh, the engage from Peach gets away from the Dredgeline at least. Unleash Power does some, scatters the Wilbur stun up multiple members, and so does the Counter-Strike. That's Limit left for dead. And SK are not done yet. Flash available for DOS if he needs it. Manages to catch out on the minion that actually was thrown forward by Certus, but SK punish XL and find themselves 2 more kills. Patrick sticks.
Dage was pushing the middle lane. He's not there for the play on top side. Will end up finding Marcoon is going to take the majority of the wave mid, so that's still fine. Certus might catch him as well, actually.
Dage has got that flash, got that distortion, is stunned up, is scattered, is taken down by Certus. Further and further back. They're in some trouble here. Abadage will at least dodge the scat of the week. Peach can come in. No teleport for Irrelevant either. Nature's Grasp should be pretty good. Forces the flash and still gets tagged just on the tip. Engage once more and Certus will go down. Kill should be secured by Abadage. The first of the game for him, and importantly, one of the most fed members there for SK. To recall, I think they may just be conceding this dragon, but Marcoon stepped a little too far forward. He is focused and he is shut down.
TP as well.
Now Irrelevant is TPing into the river after a member of his team has already died. He does get poked some damage, but is able to leap away to safety. The rest of XL looking for another target. Dredgeline from DOS goes forward, but there's just not enough damage to take down Odo Wamne. Unfortunately for them, Peach sticks around in the jungle for too long. He is dropped. Abba's trying to find the angles, but he's only got really that static shift for now. Needs
3 minutes. You're totally fine here as SK to continue pushing.
I mean, I think for XL, I need to get some more gold to both Patrick and Abadage. It is, in fact, Peach with the biggest advantage, player versus player. Limit is the first focus here. The tower stays alive just a few moments longer. 1 for 1. Make that a second as the tower now falls. Peach is being chased down as Abadage's got the mobility. He's looking for Certus and Odo's chasing with him. Exekick and Irrelevant a little too far away. At the end of the day, it's 2 for 2, but the towers have fallen in the middle lane.
Get the vision control so you can attack SK before they hit the objective. And at least for the moment, looks like that might be in the bot side here against Irrelevant.
The question is, how do they deal with this Jax in the side lane? The answer right now is 2v1. Irrelevant's going to throw down that Grandmaster. He's jumped on by Abadage, rooted in place. And this is just a beautifully played 2v1. Eventually more support comes in off that Night Harvester as well. And with 30 seconds to Dragon, that's nearly perfect timing to at least gain control of the area. They find another kill. That's at least another engage onto DOS, who is shut down where he stands. Limit's quickness is held in place by the prison, but Irrelevant does have a TP he used it just a moment ago. Abadage is hopping over the wall, trying to be a nuisance and distraction. That's the engage from Odo. He's managed to find Marcoon, but it's all of a sudden the scatter the weak and the unleashed power that finds the kill onto Patrick. But Abadage still remains mostly healthy, mostly alive. He needs to deal with the Jax.
The results, XL are getting control of this game, but Peach needs to run.
Peach wants to gain the targets, a little bit disconnected from the rest of the team. Many members of SK should be able to run him down. Can XL do anything in reply? Limit helps got the quickness, has found the engage. Abadage jumps forward, but that's a second kill secured by SK. Exekick will be able to use that E to get away from it. Have got a couple of options behind the pit, in front of the pit. Abadage needs to get through that Banshee's Veil. Dredgeline connects onto Limit, who runs away for his life. Prison thrown out. Nature's Grasp is much better than the Sedge ultimate, and all of a sudden it's XL on the offensive. They've got themselves one already. Irrelevant's running for his life, and Exekick has got the long-range poke, but that was just a significantly better, higher impact ulti from the Maokai. Abadage gets jumped on, caught out, and Irrelevant doesn't have the range just yet. Certus has used the unleashed power. The members of XL still keeping that Baron aggro. Irrelevant needs to find the stun, needs to find the CC. But Patrick, as well as Abadage, are still relatively healthy. They keep poking and prodding. That's Exekick chunked out to 30%. Irrelevant's finally found Abadage, but now on the reply, Oduwame is looking and finding Exekick. The Baron's about to fall in favor of XL, but SK are relying on Irrelevant. He's got too many members to deal with. It's XL finding kill after kill.
That Abadage has been doing is incredible. Now the ult.
Asharo connects, but that was fairly well buffered. Unfortunately, there's too many members of XL close by. Makun throws out the ulti and it doesn't do enough. The Nature's Grasp is zoning away and held Certus just in place, or popped his Banshees rather, for Patrick to find another. 3 members are down. Baron empowered minions are pouring into the base, and XL are on the verge of securing the series, securing the win, and keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, they'll be able to continue pushing forward. There's no minions at the moment though, but they're still going to keep hunting. Odo really wants to get this. The cannon minion is the only thing that's left alive.
Oduwame and XL, the journey this year has been wild, and as the Nexus turrets are falling, XL are going to be one step away from the season finals. With this win, they guarantee a minimum of 3rd. If they win one more BO5, they go.